Hi there and welcome back to my channel and this update for Level Up. I am working on the Elva palette from Odin's Eye. Looks like this, and I'm going to show you how it looked last month. Now, my goal for this month was to hit pan in the shade Lilac and to hit the 4 uses goal on each and every shade. So let's see what we've done, how much we've accomplished. This is how it looks now. So I hope that you can see that we actually have pan in this. This is the most gorgeous shade ever, in my opinion. Like, this is the, most beautiful shimmer I've ever seen. This is the best matte I've ever seen. So the two best shades ever, in my opinion, are in this palette, and I'm very happy to have it. I hope they don't discontinue this, because if I use these a lot, then I might have to buy this again at some point. Anyway, let's see if we've hit the other goal, because we did hit the goal, or I hit the goal of actually hitting pan on this one. So let's see how many times I've used each and every shadow. So let's start. I'm sorry for my nails. I did my nails today, but this kind of went off and it was really tacky and stuff. It was like, it didn't really want to be on, and I just don't have the time for this to dry again if I do it. So I'm sorry, it doesn't look the best, and one nail is gone, or the nail isn't gone, but the nail polish on it is gone. So it looks a little bit weird, but yeah, hopefully you won't be able to notice that too much. But anyway, let's start off with this shade right here called Jasmine. I've used this 13 times for a total of 26 times, and there is a pretty decent dip in here, so I think I will be able to hit pan on this until next time. I hope so anyway. Then we have Baby's Breath, and I've used this 3 additional times, so I have now used it 4 times. Moving on to Coffee Bean, I've used this 3 additional times as well for a total of 4. And this yellow here called Daisy, I've used twice. So there's your answer. I did not actually meet the goal of using all of these 4 times. Only used it twice. It's not that pigmented. I just actually blended out like brown looks with it twice, I think. Yeah, not very pigmented in those cases, but maybe that's because I didn't have an eyeshadow base, so it didn't stick. I'm not sure. I will have to look that up. I will have to look that up and see, how this performs in different settings, let's say. So yeah, let's move on to Carnation. I used this the 4th time yesterday. So I've used this, I think, twice this month and 2 times last month. Lotus is one of my most used shades. I have used this 16 times for a total of 24 times. Then we come to Cherry Blossom. I've used it 5 times in total and 4 times this month. It is what I am wearing today. This one and Dahlia I have on my eyelids, and then a very soft pink shade in the inner third of my eye. That doesn't come from here, but these two are in this look today. And then we have Sunflower, and I have actually used this 4 times. No, I only used it 3 times. Sorry. I thought I had used it 4 times because I was planning on using it today or yesterday or something like that, and then I didn't. So I've only used this 3 times. So 2 times, 3 times. Can we notice a theme here? I'm not really going for the yellow ones or goldy ones. Let's move on to Dandelion or Dandelion. Once again, I don't know how it's pronounced. Dandelion, Dandelion. Is it like in the animal dandelion, or is it the other way around? Let me know if you know. Anyway, I've used this 3 times this month for a total of 4 times. I've used Morning Glory, which is this kind of rusty shade. It does have a little bit of red in it. It looks pretty brown here in the monitor, but Yeah, it has a little bit of red. Anyway, I've used it 4 times, and Dahlia I've used 3 additional times for a total of 5 times. Then we come to this very gold, but it is more of a it's more of a glitter than like an actual shade. I mean, a shade like this, you can actually see on my eyelids, it creates some color, you know, but a shade like this, it's more glittery than it has pigment, you know. Anyway, Golden Tulip I used 4 times this month for a total of 4 times. Let's move on to Camellia. This is a very lovely shade as well, and it's nice to see a little bit of dip. Every time I get a dip in a matte shade, I am so happy and excited, because it is much harder to hit pan on mattes, which is why I'm pretty astonished actually that I have such a huge dip on this one. Like a cream shade, it's always so easy for me to hit pan on those. This is not as light as I would like it to be. You know, I just wanted to set my eyeshadow base with it, but it is a very nice blending out shade, or like, you know, the lightest blending out shade. But what I wanted to say was that having dips in shades like this, and this came like natural, that is nice. You know, when I get a palette like this, I always think I will go for shimmers and maybe the lightest shade here. But yeah, this is a very nice, it's a very nice shade. Anyway, where were we? Camellia. I've used this 6 additional times for a total of 14 times. Lilac, which I hit pan on after 5 uses, and I have used it 9 times in total. Peony, I've used 6 additional times for a total of 11 times. And we have Cosmos. I think I used it all 4 times this month. So, I mean, this looks very well used. It looks loved. Especially when you have those dips in mattes, it feels like you really, really like that palette, and not just, you know, not just the shimmers, or, you know, those palettes where you only have like one pan, maybe you're working on one other shade or something, and it doesn't look like you've used the whole palette, because you haven't. But yeah, I just like when I can get something to look this used, because I feel like I've gotten my money's worth, and I feel like if it is such a nice color story, I wanted to show that I actually think so. I really like this palette, and I want the world to know it, you know, when they see this. So that's where we're at with this one. What am I going to do until next time? Of course, I have to hit 2 more uses on this one, 1 more use on that one. Otherwise, I had actually hit the 4 use goal of every other shade. So we got that going for us. What am I going to hit pan on? We need 4 pans. We have 1 here. I'm pretty sure I'm going to hit pan on this one and that one. Again, exciting. And I think I'm going to go for Dahlia here. And there is one more thing I want to say about this palette, and that is that they have 3 very similar shades in here. I'm not sure what they were thinking. Baby's Breath, Carnation, Dandelion. I mean, if we swatch these beside each other, I mean, can you see any difference? There's almost no difference here. These are 3 different shades. Okay, this one is a little bit more full, a little bit more orangey, but I mean, they are so similar. And if we include this Golden Tulip, it is lighter, but it's still pretty much the same. So we have 4 very similar shades in here. And if you like this color, you know, good for you. I can certainly use them, but it's a little sad that you have 4 of the same shade basically in one palette. However, you know, look at it. It's beautiful. So, but I just want you to know that you get like 3 colors less than you would expect. So that is my update for Level Up. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I will be able to show you 3 new pans until next time. And I hope I'll see you next time. Until then, I hope you'll have a wonderful time and a lovely evening. Bye!